Okay. So today we are picking up. We last spoke about we're in the five principles. What does it take to get complete bitachon? And the fifth and the final principle is to understand how God affects the world. And so we spoke about that God works in this cause and effect manner where God has decreed the results. But the way it actually materializes is through this series of different effects, which are all important, but ultimately it's coming from God. So now, Shaar HaBitachon spends a little bit of time with the following question, important question: why does man have to work for their livelihood? Instead of, I mean, if it's all coming from Hashem, and Hashem is the one who's decreeing whether you are sustained or not. So why did God make this world in a way in which we need to work in order to obtain our basic needs? So he says, the reason that the Creator made it necessary for a person to engage in various means in order to obtain his livelihood. So he says there's two reasons why Hashem made it so that we need to work. So the first reason is that Hashem decreed, he dictated that a soul, meaning every person, needs to be tested in this world as to whether they will serve Hashem or rebel against him. This is an important footnote here. 54. Chol stated that a primary reason why man's soul is sent down from the world of souls and placed in the body is so that it can be elevated by passing the test of whether it will serve Hashem or rebel against him. So that's a fundamental belief of the Chovos HaLevavos about why we're here. So being that that's true, so part of the reason part of the way that God tests us is through this, through our physical needs. He designed a test for demonstrate this. The test involves the soul need for and lack of things that are external to it. Part of the test of the soul has things which it does not possess naturally, and it can't generate it on its own. Mishkal, he says food, drink, clothing, shelter, marital relations. All those things must be obtained from elsewhere. We can't generate those things on our own. And Hashem commanded us to go through obtaining these things with means that are available for us, but only in specific ways and at particular times, meaning times that the Torah described for us. It's a long footnote here, but he explains like a man needs to work to obtain food, so he may plow an ox and donkey together in order to get seeds, right? But that would be usher. And so too, whenever we need to eat, there's food that is mutter to eat, and there's food that is usher to eat. And whatever the Creator's decree that a person will obtain, it will be obtained and concluded through Hashem providing all the means needed to obtain them. Whatever Hashem did not decree, He will not attain them. Lo yigamer, so He's not going to actually get them. For the means by which He will. For which to attain them will be withheld from him. But in this, meaning whatever Hashem decreed for you to get, you're going to get. It's just, are you going to do it in a mutter way, or are you going to do it in a usher way? But it's really, Chovos HaLevavos is describing that this is really a test. In this way, a person's service of Hashem, or alternatively his violation of Hashem's will become clear. By way of his choice, is he going for the mutter way, or is he going through the other way? And then therefore he's going to have reward or punishment which is made by his choice. And even if he didn't actually carry out and accomplish that which he thought to do, because Hashem, I mean, he wanted to obtain something, but Hashem already decreed he shouldn't have it. Still, he's going to be punished for it because he tried to go about it in the usher way. So that is the first reason. We'll stop there, but that's the first reason why man needs to work for their livelihood. Tomorrow we'll go through the next reason. Everyone have a great rest of the day.
Thank you, Romy.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Romy.